Welcome to part 3 of my ride cymbal technique. Thanks to Matt Wison for this, by the way. Incredible drummer Matt Wison showed me this technique back in 2010. And this technique will rely on 3 important details. Detail number 1, my thumbnail is looking up at the ceiling and my fingers are making a nest around the stick. My fingers don't need to squeeze, but they are going to make this easy shape that they make when they meet the stick and just gently wrap around. Detail number 2, my wrist is going to bend back with my thumbnail still at the top. Wrist bends back. Detail number 3, my forearm angles upward by bending at the elbow. So you'll see the tip of the stick is pointed back behind my head. This is going to be important, and I'll tell you why. Because the first 2 steps involved throwing and letting the tip of the stick come back. So if we throw and let the tip of the stick come back, and my arm is down, then I'm not ready for another stroke. So we want to have a technique where we can have the arm lifted back up, ready for another stroke. So this will be my starting position and my ending position for this exercise. So again, fingers gently wrapped around the stick, wrist flexes back, and then forearm comes up by bending at the elbow. And now I'm ready to throw. I actually have leverage. I'm not going to lift. I'm only going to go in that direction. Notice that I finished exactly where I started. That's really important because you want to be set up to do the exact same thing all over again. Notice also the shape of my hand may change as my hand comes down towards the cymbal. That's fine. You don't have to keep your fingers tightly around the stick. In fact, that might discourage the stick from bouncing. As long as when you get back to the top, your fingers are back around the stick once again. So it might look like this. But having that finishing position is important because it lets us know we're ready to do the same thing all over again without a whole lot of effort. Notice I'm playing long notes. And the tip of the stick is making this shape in the air, like a rainbow. We're letting the tip of the stick bounce itself back up, and our arm and our hand are kind of going along for the ride, and then we meet it back at the top. Just take your time. I like to think of gathering the stick back up at the end. I gather the stick back into this position. The tip of the stick is pointed back behind me. And I don't lift. I just go in that direction when I play. Have fun with that, and I'll see you in step 4.